This is an introduction to the SmartCount SC-16. Actual count. Your input of a discrete pulse into the first M12 port of your SmartCount device will register as a count. Input devices can be a proximity sensor, PLC, push button, or foot pedal. By selecting the keyboard, you can set the starting number. Actual rate. This field is calculated by the system based on per hour, per minute, or per second as selected in the Settings menu. Target count. After a reset, this field starts at 0 and increases at the rate based on the target rate. For example, if your target rate was 60 items an hour, every minute the target rate would increase by 1. Target rate. This value can be entered here or on the settings page. The rate is displayed in the scale as selected on the settings page, per hour, per minute, or per second. Count percent. This field is the actual count divided by the target count, rounded to the next whole number. The background color is configured on the settings page. Percent complete. This field is calculated by dividing the actual count by total, and it is rounded to the next whole number. Total. This numeric field is the quantity that you'd like to produce. This field does not reset. Actual total. This field displays the difference between total and actual count. Rate percent. This is the actual rate divided by the target rate rounded to the next whole number. The background color is configured on the settings page. The system has built-in timers. You'll determine in the settings page how long your pulse timeout will be, but after a predetermined amount of time, timers will show up to let you know that you've not received a pulse. This screen displays the current downtime, total downtime for the shift, and down here you'll notice a bucket for different times that are definable by you. For this example, I have break or lunch, which is blue, down for service, or unscheduled downtime. Those fields are characterized by you. They're definable in the settings page. When a pulse is received again, it will resume. And the fields recalculate. Let's go to the settings page. Here is where you would determine your rate scale, per hour, per minute, per second. This is the count multiplier. By default, the system is a 1-to-1 ratio. However, if you had boxes with 10 items in them, you could set this to 10 and it would increment by 10. Here you can set the actual count, target rate, total, and this is the field with the timeout, how long it would take before, since the system received a pulse, before those timers would come into play. Here's where you can set the time on your system. And then I spoke about the colors, total downtime. I have this set for red all the time. It's definable by you. And here is where the timer color schemes are. Select your color. Select steady or flash. And from there we would go to the languages, and you'll notice here is where I came into the fields. All of the fields on your SmartCount can be relabeled by yourself simply by coming to the languages menu, and you'll see that I changed these from description 3 to unscheduled downtime. If I were to wipe these out, it updates on the front page. And you'll see here, instead of break, now this says downtime description 1. That is the introduction of the SmartCount SC-16.